Hi everyone, Gretchen here, Possum Fun and Frugal, and I did it again. One of these days I'll remember to start filming what I'm doing before I actually start doing it because I don't have much of the before shots of my kitchen. So I'm doing some upgrading of my kitchen, and I found some really great organizing hacks on a site called Home Talk. They have a YouTube channel, and they show some really creative things to do with dollar store items and other stuff, but I take it a little further to see what I have around the house that I can substitute and make something similar with and spending even less money than buying stuff at the dollar store. So I started out, I went on my food run, my free food run. If you have seen any of my other videos, I have videos about my food hauls, free food. I get a lot of free food here in Santa Cruz, a lot of produce, and it's great. I've shared that, so check out those videos. But I've also shared some life hacks, and I'm going to show you what I've done with some of the things I've seen on this Home Talk channel. I've had to modify them for my kitchen because my kitchen's very different than the people that demonstrate these things. I live in a very old vintage mobile home, and the design is very different than most homes. So I have to modify everything that I see and figure out how it can work for my house. So I will show you what I've done so far. Okay, so to start with, I learned that I took these racks. These are dollar store racks. They're actually flat cooking racks or for drying cookies, for cooling racks for cookies or other baked goods. And I started out with this, and it was too long, so I had to cut it here. I need to put some tape there so I don't end up scratching myself. And that's loose, so but then I figured if I turned it the other way and I bent it so it can hold all my baking supplies are here. So that's baking supplies, and now they are up out of the drawers here. I reorganized the drawers. So I had this whole mess of bags all just loose in here. And I moved this stuff is from this drawer. And I have reorganized this. This was up in the top drawer here. I emptied this out. And if you see something shining, that's double-sided tape. And I'll tell you what that's for in a minute. But I've reorganized my drawers. I took this down from another place where I didn't like it. And I sort of consolidated some things. So that's all organized. And this is, I'm dropping things. This is what I'm working on now. So I keep seeing online these neat little things that go in the drawers and you can put your spices in. Well, I'm using cardboard because I thought, oh, I should have got things from the dollar store that I could use, but then I thought, well, maybe I could make them. So I'm taking cardboard from old boxes, and I'm making them myself. And I had some double-sided tape laying around, So I'm using that to hold these in place. So I put double-sided tape along the edge here, and then this way like a runner, and these don't move. They're stuck. If I want to take them out, I can. They can move, but they don't have to. They won't slide around when I'm opening the drawer. And so now I have all of my baking cups and things here, and some spices here, and I'm going to keep filling because I have this whole mess here, and I'd like to get all these out. It's too cluttered. I'm going to unclutter this whole area. So wait and see. Okay, so here's my messy work area. So you're going to see what I do with the box lid. So I have this box lid, and I have some black duct tape sticking to everything. I'm going to line the edges with tape. I mean, I figure it doesn't have to be pretty because it's in the drawer and only going to see it when you open the drawer. And if it's full of spices, you're barely going to see what they're on, so. No sense in spending money unnecessarily. So now I have smooth edges, and I'm going to fold it. I have to crease it in the right place. And then I fold it in half. And then I left my double-sided tape over here. So then I have the double-sided tape. I put a piece in the middle of each of these sides here. Sticks to my fingers pretty good, so a little challenging. So now I have, this is sticky, and it's going to stick to the drawer. So let's turn the camera around and show you. Okay, I'm not sure what angle you're going to get out of this, but it's the best I could do. So I'm going to stick this in here. It's the right length for this to be right here. And then I'm going to take the spices down from here and do this. Gotta make sure it closes. Oh, see, I might need to adjust this one so I can move it over a little bit. I want this to sit and not. Okay, that opens. This is how I'm going to tell where I need to put this one. Just a little more. There. 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 Sorry about the wobbly camera, but here we are. We have emptied this out. We have all these spices here. I'm trying to decide what else can go in there. Now I have packets. I have these packets, which I think I'll just stick here. I've got this here. I could just set that in there. I have these, but they're too big. The drawer won't close with those, so got that. This is also too long. But I could just set these in here like that. See if that closes. Yep. I can set these here. And I can use this little side pocket here. A little spot here to put things. And then that frees up my whole spice cabinet. Now you can see, so I have cleared out a lot of my spice cabinet. I have all this space now. I can reorganize all of that. Okay, so we're going to rearrange all of this. I already started to clear off the shelf here, just a little bit. I moved these things around a little bit. But I think I might move them up there. So I have all these larger spices that I need to put away. My extra vanilla. And I want to reuse this for another project. Okay, so these all can come out. This is extra baking stuff. So here is my little box. So I'm just gonna put this in here. This is all for baking. So I like to keep my extra supplies in here. And these are magnetic. I've never tried to. Oh. Ah, I just made a discovery. I never thought of doing that. These are my extra ingredients here. Okay, so I can put that there. Let's see, I have this one here. See if we can. Look at that. Mushroom powder. Looks kind of funky though. Okay, so straightening this, I found another yeast packet, so now I have extra nutritional yeast, which actually, so I put my extra cinnamon. This is all baking. So cinnamon, xanthan gum. So there's my baking supplies. And I'm gonna kind of clean out this cupboard. I have to get another rag. Okay, I have my cleaner. That's another video. Check out my video on how I make my own homemade house cleaner. Been cleaned up here in a really long time. I'm embarrassed to say, quite a few years. When I got divorced, I cleaned it. That was like 7 years ago. Yikes! Okay. Clean that. Under here. All right. Now we can put this one back. I'm going to take this one out. I'm finding spices in here. Clean this container out. Okay, gotta finish cleaning the cabinet. See, I'm finding old food back there that it was dried fruit, but now it's not dried because of the moisture in my house, so it's going in the trash. Okay, so now I have these, I reused some old bread tins to hold my spices and seasonings before. I'm going to do that again, only for the stuff that doesn't fit in the drawer. So, spices, let's see. I guess it doesn't matter which one they go in. I have these sauces. I hardly ever use this, but sometimes someone comes over and they want tapatio, so I have it. The tapatio. I got my sesame oil. You can see it's too tall. This won't go in. It will once I put it in there, but these cabinets were not designed These cabinets have a lip right here because in the old days you had mason jars that were tall enough and you put them in here and then they didn't fall out when you're moving the trailer. This used to be a travel trailer, like a camper, and they designed the shelves so that things would be tall enough to not fall out. So I have to kind of maneuver that a little. And now I can put some of these larger things in here. Let's see if I can put this one in here. It doesn't quite fit, but it works. And I can put my chia seeds and this in here. And I have them reorganized. And there is an organized cabinet. The next thing is to figure out how to organize these two better. So stay with me on this. Okay, so I've created something else now. I made this box. I took the rest of the Walmart box and I cut the end off, but I cut it like this so it has a lip so things won't fall out, and it keeps the box sturdy. So if you cut the whole side off, then it's not very sturdy. So this makes it like a little tray like you get at Costco or something. You know, those boxes that they use. I just created that. And that I can organize some of this stuff up here. So we'll do that now. Let's see, we have mushroom powder. We have, that's chaga, my shiitake. This is a little bit of falafel mix that I use for breading. So I'll put that in the front because I use that more often. This is what's left of my egg replacer, which I have in there. This is onion powder, which I don't use very often because I'm sensitive to onions. This is cornstarch. This is my cornstarch. Don't use that very often either. And I think I'm going to move this. It won't fit in there either. Sometimes it's a little challenging. So that box is full. So we have all that in the box here. A little room for something, which I'm not sure what to put in there. Just looking at what I can move into there. But now I need to clean out this shelf and we'll put it up there. Now I'll show you how I make the box. So I'm going to use a smaller box because there's not as much room up there now. So we're going to work on this box. So I can't cut because I have carpal tunnel. So I can't. It's hard for me to use scissors. So I use a knife. Not all the way down. So I cut diagonally like this. And I'm going to go across here. And then I have the box. I'm going to take the flaps down. That's going to hold the flap down. I'm taping that down. There, I've taped all the flaps so they'll stay down. I've created the little lip. Piece of tape across here, then I cut a little slit here and then folded it in. Now I'm going to do the same with the sides. And that's okay too. Fold that in. And so I have created the front of the box. Stuff will be in there so you can't see. And there is my tray for my other cooking supplies. There. Now these are all organized. So I have my sesame oil, another glaze that I may be using soon. I can scoot this over a little bit. There. Actually, what I can do is move my extra sauces back here. So, I think I'll do that. I have all these extra sauces up here. I'm trying to make it so it's easier for me to reach things. Like I'm on a stool now, and it's painful to be on a stool. So I'm going to get down. Okay, there is my freshly organized cooking and baking supply cabinet. Another little efficient thing I've been doing is when I have a recipe I use a lot, I just tape it in here. So I'm not having to go find it every time I want that recipe. This is one of my egg replacer recipes. When I run out of my egg replacer I have, I know I can make my own. So, all done.